this superintendent, right? We had a conversation about him when the story first broke, and his name is Ian Roberts. He was calling himself Dr. Ian Roberts, though. And what they starting to find, and let me tell you why they starting to find this information. What they're starting to find out about him is that he wasn't a real doctor. He had embellished significantly on his resume. And the reason that they're doing this research and they're trying to find out more about him is because they want to know who hired him, who overlooked it, and who should they hold accountable. And that's how accountability goes. Let me play a little bit of this for y'all, and then we're gonna get there.
We are learning new details about a former Des Moines school superintendent arrested by ICE. According to documents obtained by the Associated Press, Ian Roberts falsely claimed a doctoral degree when applying for the job. He was hired even after the school board learned about the misrepresentation. Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Lana Zach live for us in Iowa City. Lana, originally much of the community rallied around Roberts, but as more information comes to light, things have changed. What can you tell us?
Yes, we are learning so much more about Ian Roberts, who at one point was the superintendent of the largest school district here in Iowa. He is now in federal custody, and so much of his resume now appears to be grossly exaggerated, to put it generously. It turns out MIT says they have no record of him attending that doctoral degree that he claims that he had from Morgan State. He never received. That did come up during the hiring process, but he explained it away by saying he had completed everything but the dissertation, and that allowed the school board to move forward with hiring him. However, there's other things that are deeply, deeply troubling that have come out, including even the Best Principal of the Year award that he would celebrate that he had received. Turns out that George Washington University says they don't even give out that award. We also have learned that back in 2023,
Dog was putting it
soon
together.
after he was hired, it seems like he also had a restraining order placed against him. We're still trying to dig into the details.
Oh,
of that.
man.
But as you can imagine, none of this even...
Give us free. Had a restraining order against him. That means it was somebody that he was probably in a domestic violence situationship with, that he was stalking. Give us free. Had a restraining order against him. Maybe he was a little bit toxic, but I mean, you know what? I'm gonna give him some grace for that. Because girls like toxic. You know what I'm saying? Where's my bell? Ding. Women like a little bit of toxic. So I'm going to give him grace for that. I'm also going to give him, let me tell you something. I'm going to give him grace for his resume. I'm going to give him grace for his resume. Metadol, so I can't give him grace. I can't give him grace. I'm going to give him grace for his resume because everybody put a little bit of changes on their resume. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not to the extent that he did, saying you got a doctorate and all of that. I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace. He did some pre-AI before the AI on the resume. He said, "Yeah, I got the principal of the." Come on, hold on, Mika. Come on, Mika. Don't do that, Mika. Hold on. Most people. When I'm in a hiring process and I'm looking at people's resumes, I know that it ain't what it is. It ain't 100% what it is. I was the best person on my team. Yeah, all right, big dog. Sabrina, you get back here after your meeting. Yeah, all right, big dog. Like, come on. None of this stuff is surprising to us because most of this stuff is stuff that we've seen already. He put a little sauce on it. It was working for him until it didn't. The only reason he got caught, he might have been getting an award from Roland Martin and Black Lives Matters and being celebrated by D.L. Hughley right now, had he not been an illegal migrant that came over here and overstayed his welcome. He may be getting an award and being celebrated on all the black platforms had he not been an illegal migrant. Am I off or am I off? He might have been, he could have ran for office. He might have been thinking about running for office if he wasn't an illegal migrant inside the United States of America. Thank God for our law enforcement. Now, I'm supposed to look, all of the white women that was cheering from him once they found out he wasn't a doctor, but he's still a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. Wait a minute. He didn't get teacher of the year. He didn't get principal of the year. Okay. Because that's the one thing about white people. Like, they'll overlook a lot of things until it's too much to overlook. When the credentials ain't messing up, then they got to distance themselves from you. White people, they could deal with a lot. They could deal with toxicity, especially white women. White women, they love toxic. White women love toxic. White women and black women like toxic like each other. They equal in that. If y'all ever looking for equality, look for the toxicity in the type of men that y'all like. White women love toxic men. Black women love toxic men. They all the same. You know what I'm saying? None of them are looking for a straight up right, straightforward man that loves Jesus since he was born. Got to have a little dirt on you in order for them to like you. You know what I'm saying? So they can deal with that. But the one thing about white women is that when your credentials start going off, then that's when they start calling you a narcissist. And that's when you start getting restraining orders against you. And I suspect that that's what it is. Really, Jay Hunter? We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Listen, women love toxic. All right, I'm going to add that in the after hours. I see y'all want to talk about that on after hours tonight.
Comes close to comparing to how much hot water he's in when it comes to these federal charges, because we learned today through court documents that not only did federal agents find one handgun in his possession when in the school car that he was driving when he was arrested, but they also did a search of his home. There were 3 additional firearms that were found in his home. You know, it is against the law, we should say explicitly,
where he get the guns from. I want to know everything. I want to know who he bought the guns from. I want to know who hired him. I want to know who his girlfriend is. I want to know all of that.
Who is not here with legal status, and he lost his legal status after overstaying a student visa. It is illegal for somebody without legal status to possess a firearm. Again, one of those firearm charges came up during the hiring process. Roberts explained that away, and the board said at that time that all of it made sense to them, and they proceeded clearly with his hiring.
What are they saying now, though, Lana? How is the school district reacting to his arrest?
You know, they have really changed their tone. Initially, when word of his apprehension by ICE agents came out, the community rallied to support Dr. Roberts, as they have.
Look at all of these big back white women out here and a gay white man. Look at all of them. These are your resident protesters. These are the normal look of a protester, bro. This is what protesters look like when you guys are so focused on, oh my God, they're protesting Tesla. They're protesting in behalf of this big black man and all of this stuff. This is what protesters look like. And they make their little homemade signs, resist fascism. There's no more ICE. These are people that don't have jobs. They ain't got nothing better to do. They ain't never suffered through nothing. All of this stuff. Big and stupid. Big and stupid. We got to go to work. Look at them. More. Just all crazies. All liberals, all crazies. They all got the same look. And they all wear sunglasses. Have you noticed that? They all keep glasses on. Every last one of them got glasses. Y'all need to start profiling more effectively. Open toe sandals, and it's always a liberal white man in there with white hair. Every single time. Do y'all know? I'm going to talk about this. Y'all hurt the black community White liberals is the worst thing in 2025 and beyond for the black community. But we're going to get into that into the next part.
Affectionately called him. The school, even in their initial press conferences, quoted him. The members of the school board said we should
look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him. Check him out.
Press conferences quoted him. The members of the school board.
Y'all tell me, where do you see one black person out here? Look at her. Liberal, big back. White, multicolored glasses, multicolored hair, shaved on the sides, big fupa, with a bullhorn in her hand, and a septum nose ring, a cow nose ring. They all gotta look, bro. Every single time they gotta look. Every time. Ain't a black person in sight in that audience. Not one black person. The one black person is arrested. Every single one of them look the same way. All of them. You go to any protest, it don't matter what city you go to, no matter what state you go to, they all look at that. Look, she got a stain on her shirt at the bottom because she don't even know how to drink her drink effectively. They bring their coffee cups. You see her coffee cup in the lower right hand, right next to the fire hydrant. No makeup, look like they just rolled out of bed, don't give a fuck about life. But they out there. They're out there. Probably ain't took a shower, a bath, nothing. Just looking like who, what, when, where, why, and how. And these are the type of white women that black men be liking a lot of times. I ain't even gonna cap to y'all. They'll take any black man. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. You could be proper, you could be hood. Bro, for all of y'all that's going through a drought, they could go to a liberal protest. You are going to be a superstar. If you have a drought in your life and you just can't figure out, man, I keep going to the club, I keep going to the bar, I keep going to the cabaret, I keep going to the night spot, I keep going to the BYOB, and ain't none of these chicks messing with me because they all choosing up. Nigga, choose down. Choose down. If you trying to figure out you backed up, it's been a while, you've been dedicating yourself, choose down. Choose down. Bro, this is same day. Same day shipping. Y'all up here dealing with all of these women that keep on telling y'all what they want and what they ain't gonna take and where you gotta take them and you bet not take me on a coffee date. They going. They're going. They're going. 100% they going. Same day. Same day. They going. If you having a rough week, getting shot down every day, don't call nobody no bitch just because she don't want to talk to you. Choose now. Same day. No 2 to 3 ground shipping. Yeah, this is right there, right then and there. You ain't got to do nothing special. You ain't got to do none of that stuff. You choose down, get that out of your system, and I promise you, they'll be your best eater. Be your best eater. You can meet, bro. You meet one of these chicks. Meet one of these chicks doing a Uber ride, taking her back to her place that she can't afford. She one step away from losing everything, paycheck to paycheck. Just recently got a divorce. Husband doing better than her. Nigga, she going all day long, all day, and they love black men. Let me tell you what else they love. They love defending black men. One thing, the only thing that white women will stand up against black women against is the men. The only thing, white liberals are scared of black people. They won't criticize conservatives or liberals. Even when white people conservatives criticize conservatives or white women liberals or white people liberals, when they criticize conservatives, they go against their own. They won't say nothing to us. The only time that white women stand up against black people is to defend black men. Am I telling the truth or am I telling the truth? Hey, I'm tired of all these. You need to choose better. Because when I met my husband, he was so tired. No one liked him. None of the girls gave him a chance. You see him up there, he don't be having no mustache, no beard, no mustache, throwing some mixed brown hybrid lichen and vampire mixed together up in the air like this, and she's over there like that. It's no reason for any man to not be able to find something that like them. They made a hybrid together, a lichen, a werewolf and a vampire together, and he growing up and he got curly hair. And he gonna be on TCU's campus because he's trying to find himself. My God, I'm trying to find myself. And then her family gonna be criticizing her because she's trying to understand the Black experience. Now listen, this blueprint is there all day long. If you having a problem, choose down. Y'all know about the underworld? Choose down. I'm telling you, every time. One thing about Black men, there's nobody that they can't have. Black women, snow cows, they all go. It's really just a matter of what your circumstances at the time. You may be having a drought. Even if you broke, bro, let me tell you something. Even if you're broke, right? Let's say, for example, you're having a rough time in your life and, you know, the ladies, they not really rocking with you because your hairline is crooked and your money not right and you thinking that you got to go out. Man, you ain't got to do that, bro. You ain't got to do none of that. No DoorDash in a predominantly lower class white neighborhood. Then you get some box same day shipping, no cap. Same day shipping, no cap. She always mad at her white man husband, previous ex. She's a bad mother. She doesn't really know what she's doing. She's probably trying to lose weight still. She's in the in-between phase and she lost a little bit of weight, so she thinks she get more visibility. Now she's into black guys. It's a type, bro. It's a type.